Welcome to the Secrets of Professional Gamblers tutorial series. This is tutorial 8, the secret to guaranteed wins using sports arbitrage betting. Okay, so a few words of introduction. I'm a professional engineer, and while at university I was looking for a way to make a few extra dollars that wouldn't interrupt my studies. I had a TAB in my place, which is basically a government-approved agent for horse, greyhound and harness racing, and I decided to check it out. I knew nothing about betting at first, so I put a lot of research into it and ended up knowing quite a lot about the subject. I soon realised to be good at this activity I would have to go about it professionally. And for a start, I wouldn't be betting at the TAB because of the totalisator system they used. I also wouldn't bet at a casino because of the automatic loss built into every game. In fact, the only betting I found that could be exploited for profit was sports betting, including horse racing, as long as I had access to fixed odds. I found that investing in sports markets shared a lot with traditional investing, which not only allowed me to bet profitably, but also led me to create a number of unique betting products, which you can find on eBay. Just search for me, Matt's Games, and have a look at Wildfire Pro Keno and Wildfire Pro Lotto. My latest product is Wildfire Pro Sports Bet, and I'll be using it throughout this series, and if you're interested, you can get your own copy at the link below in the comments. I like to put a disclaimer ahead of all my videos because I'm not encouraging people to waste their money on cheap thrills. I believe the main rules of gambling professionally are these. Don't risk more money than you can afford to lose, set a limit and stick to it. If you are going to gamble long-term and professionally, set aside a bankroll for betting purposes, don't use it for anything else, and manage it carefully. Betting is easy when all goes well, but if you find you begin to stress after a number of losses, betting gets reckless and you stop managing your money, perhaps it's time to look for another hobby. Stop gambling, you're not suited to this activity. In the last video, we learned how to split our bets over multiple selections to profit evenly, regardless of the winner. We learned how to do this targeting the profit or the total spend. We now know how to split our bets over multiple selections in such a way as to get an equal profit regardless of which selection wins. Of course, as we're only betting a maximum of 3 selections in a horse race, there is always a risk that another runner will beat our selections to the post and we will lose our total wager. Sports arbitrage betting is based on the notion that we will bet both sides of a simple 2 or 3 outcome event, like a tennis or soccer match. Tennis is a 2-outcome event, as only one or the other player or doubles team will win. A soccer match will have a 3rd outcome, a draw, and will include this possibility in our calculation. Those of you who are on the ball will be thinking, how can the market be bet to win when the frame is certain to be over 100%? This is the right question. The answer comes from the fact that we are looking to bet at different betting sites, where the odds may be very different to each other for the same selections. As a result, the differences may be large enough to frame under 100%, allowing us to Dutch bet all sides for a guaranteed profit. Here I use Wildfire Pro Sports Bet to frame a random market that is live as I write this. The odds from the different sites allow us to frame under 100%, making it an arbitrage opportunity. The target spend calculator is then used to tell us how to split our wager to make a guaranteed profit. We can see that the opportunity is not large as it only offers around $3 for a $100 spend. Still, that's a guaranteed free $3. 3% return on investment in a few minutes or hours is more than a bank will give you on your savings account for a whole year. Think in these terms, and this becomes an excellent opportunity. Set and forget a few arbs during lunch and you'll be in profit by home time. These sorts of opportunities are happening all the time. Arbitrage betting really is the closest thing a person can find to making free money. To help assess multiple bookmakers and betting exchanges, Wildfire Pro Sportsbet provides a calculator that will help you highlight where the best arb profits are amongst the betting sites you have an account with. A mini version of the calculator is also included. course, there is no such thing as a free lunch. The professional bettor is a realist, so he will always consider the risks before betting on an opportunity. In general, an arbitrage bet will go off without a hitch, but you will experience issues at some stage. You should keep this list in mind. They're the four most common risks associated with sports arbitrage betting. They are bet cancellation, individual errors, moving odds, and limiting books. This list comes from the free ebook available over at rebelbetting.com. I recommend giving it a read. It details potential problems and solutions common to arb betting. Go to the link in this slide, and the ebook will be the third item on the list. The reason more bettors don't arb is because it requires active betting accounts at many different betting websites. Making this free money does require a modest effort that some bettors just aren't willing to put in. Personally, I know arbing can be simple and fun once you get started. If you're fine with this, then the link in the slide will show a table of all the biggest betting websites in Australia. Or just look at the image down the side of the slide. Australian betting sites are well regulated, and even the ones that offer ordinary customer service are much better than many betting sites in other countries. If you are in another country, Google your country name, then betting site reviews to find out which betting sites are well rated for wherever you are. Often, it will simply come down to where you are getting your arb market from. If you're like me and like to understand how and what to do before doing it, then the link on this slide is a good website that explains the ins and outs of getting a sports betting account in Australia. There are 2 points I would recommend you understand fully at any site you are joining: how to deposit and withdraw your funds, and how the bonus bets work. Depositing and withdrawing is often not done with PayPal. Rather, sites like NetTeller and Skrill are more commonly used. These sites have a good reputation, and you should get an account with at least one of them as soon as possible. The bonus bets are a fantastic way to make quick cash. Even though they often have turnover and minimum odds restrictions, using this bonus cash for one side of an arb can have these requirements satisfied very quickly. This idea is called bonus scalping. Quite a few sites are dedicated to listing regular scalping opportunities. Just Google bonus scalping if you are interested in doing this for every betting site you join. Arb betting is big business. The software tool from RebelBet is used by almost 100,000 customers. With a significant weekly cost for access, it's safe to assume they're all active users. Prior to getting this serious, many of us may want to test the waters. So the question is, where can we find arbitrage opportunities for free? On the slide are some free web pages, both Australian and international, that I use that provide an excellent arbs list. Just go to any sport you like, and the odds comparisons will be shown for free. I have found opportunities as high as 20% here. Quite often you'll find that the critical odds of an arb opportunity is located at a betting exchange. It goes without saying that you should have at least one betting exchange account. Having up to 3 is not unheard of and a good idea for the serious bettor. Staking arb opportunities is done with Dutch booking, as was explained in the last video. Use the Wildfire Pro Sportsbet Dutch Book calculator to enter the arb odds on both or 3 sides of a bet. Because the calculations include up to 3 different commission values, you can be sure you will be getting an equal profit no matter which bet comes in. Note that the actual returns may vary slightly, as we do not bet to the exact cent most of the time, but round off. In this video, we've learned that arbing involves taking advantage of the varying odds offered for the same market at different betting sites. Dutch booking the highest odds of a 2 or 3-sided event is key to the guaranteed profit in arbing, usually only 2 to 5%, but sometimes a fair bit more. Arbing will require accounts at multiple bet sites, the more the better. There are some potential problems with arbing that will occur, like cancelled bets, but most of the time your arbs will complete without a problem. Betting sites can be averse to arbers, so it is wise to bet values that are not suspicious, for example, whole numbers. Arbing a new betting account's bonus bets is a great way to make a tidy return for free. A similar concept to arbing known as scalping will be discussed in the next video. Hope to see you there.